What's up, guys? I'm in the house right now recording this, so I have to keep my voice down, but I just wanted to let you guys know I might be going to jail tomorrow. I have court, so it's Sunday, December 11th, and there's a couple of TIs who been wanting to get in touch with me, and I haven't forgot about you. I will get in touch with you. I just wanted to make this video because I have court. I might be getting locked up for a couple of months tomorrow, and I plan on making these. I plan to keep making these videos. If I stop, that's why. It's because I got locked up. But there's a couple of things I wanted to go over. Let me see. There's a couple of videos. Like if you're trying to explain this to people, this whole gang stalking and electronic harassment thing, there's a video by a guy named Jeffrey Madore. That's Madore. The name of the video is Investigation or Cover-Up, Part 2. It's the second one. It's about 33 minutes long, and his background is in like radio communications and the like, and he explains the effect that this has on the people using it. And it's not just this type of radiation and all these kinds of things affecting you, it affects them as well. It has an intoxicating effect, and that's why these people act like they have a smile when they're doing it. It's because it's intoxicating, and it's a 3-part video, but the one I'm talking about is the second one. It's Investigation or Cover-Up, Part 2. I would watch all 3 of them if I were you guys. They're each, the first and second one are about a half hour long. The third one is about 4.5 minutes long. And the other one I wanted to talk about was Garutula Joe. Now, some people, you TIs, a lot of you guys have your heads so far up your fucking asses that if you pulled it out, we could probably work together and get shit done. You guys are also, this guy's a perp, that guy's a perp. It's like, dude, just put your fucking heads out of your asses and let's get some shit done. The one I'm talking about is Garutula Joe. It's a video that he does. It's called The Truth About Gang Stalking, the Truth. It's about 8 minutes, 48 seconds long. Now, this is a guy who knows how the government works. He used to work for the government. He knows exactly what they do, and he explains it in a very intelligent, very clear-headed, sober way that is credible. Importantly, that's the most important thing to all this bullshit, is sounding credible. Like some of these people you watch, including, I've said some things that I wish I hadn't, but as a TI, you can only internalize so much, but that's the most important thing, is credibility. And Garutula Joe explains it in his video. It's The Truth About Gang Stalking, the Truth. It's about 8 minutes, 48 seconds. And another one that he did it's a re-upload of Jim N.E. Cricket's video. It's called The Organized Gang Stalking Breakdown. It's Jim N.E. Cricket, the guy who went on to say that he's schizophrenic. That's a good video that describes exactly what they do and how this whole thing works. Like if you're trying to explain this to people, those are 2 good videos, 3 good videos. And another one from Garutula Joe is Immunity from Electronic Harassment and Poisonings. That's a good one. That's a good video. It's about 4 minutes, 46 seconds long. He lists off a lot of different supplements that him and his family take. And as a TI, you're really gonna need some supplements to balance out your life at a certain point. A lot of people, they think, oh, I don't want to get stuck on some drug. And it's like, no, these aren't fucking drugs. These are supplements that are naturally occurring in plant sources around in nature. If you're getting bombarded by fucking microwaves and radiation all day, your body is going to need something. Most of all, your brain is going to need something to help balance you out. Let me see. A couple other things I wanted to talk about was, I mean, the problem with taking disciplinary action to these gang stalkers, this whole gang stalking thing, is it's all coordinated at the top, and that shit flows downhill to these private citizens and all these fucking idiots. You have so many people involved in it, in the day-to-day harassment. It's aggregate. Excuse me, it's aggregate. And if I don't know, there really needs Joe. You really need to get that online registry up and running, because I would like to know what that website is and where I can send these pictures. Like, really. Another thing is that if you suspect V2K is coming from your neighbor, I mean, you gotta switch up what you say. The other night I was laying in bed and I started hearing the V2K. I was reacting to it. I was interacting with it. I switched it up. I said, I wouldn't fucking be in here if it wasn't for you wonderful people. And all of a sudden, like a couple of houses down the street, I had my window open and I hear somebody just start fucking dying laughing. And this was at like 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, if you think that your neighbor, I think that it is a mixture of both AI scripting and a live person doing it, because you're gonna need somebody to look after this machine or the device or whatever the fuck that they have that they're using. You're gonna have to have a human hand at work at some point. You can't just let it go on autopilot. I mean, there's an AI, an artificial intelligence element to this, but I think it's a mixture of that and humans actually at work on that microphone. I mean, one thing, this sounds crazy, but I have a tape on my camera, right? And one night, the camera that's facing you, I have tape on that, but I leave the one that's facing outward open. And one night, I'm outside smoking a cigarette and I can fucking hear it. So I just decided to show my balls to the camera. It sounds crazy, but I show my balls to the camera and I hear somebody start laughing a couple houses down, and I hear a couple of like gross out reactions, And I think that if you're trying to figure out who out of your neighbors is doing it, that's a good technique to try. You should, try going outside and showing your balls to the camera. Because as a TI, these people, if they're watching you take a shit and they want to talk shit, fuck you. It's just a small idea. Because my neighbors, I see them talking shit. I go outside, I see them, I see their mouths moving, I hear them talking shit. They walk around like they don't give a fuck. And it's, a lot of people, TIs, they tell me, it's just, I understand that they will try and make it sound like the person next to you said something that they didn't. I'm aware of that, I'm fully aware of that, but these people, they will have your neighbors involved in it. And my neighbors, they walk around acting like they don't give a shit. And they just say whatever. So, if you're trying to figure out who it is, go outside, show your balls to the camera, and wait for a reaction. Or switch it up. Say something positive, like, bless you, you wonderful people, or something, And, for me, another thing is, I suspect that when they changed shifts, I would notice that on my phone, Google or YouTube, using your Safari app, now I have the mobile YouTube app and it doesn't, but the purple things in the search history for things that you've already looked at, I suspect that when they change shifts, that would go away, and I wouldn't see any of the purple items in the search history. And then, of course, the next day, after the other shift change, I would notice the purple items would come back. So, I don't know where I'm going with that, but if you suspect that you're being gang stalked, and that might be something to look for. Just a thought. Another thing is the problem I have is with all these millennials. Like, I'm 32. I'm like right on the cusp, but I am not. The problem with these millennials is it's like in a couple years they're gonna think that this shit's normal, and it's not. I mean, this is a fucking atrocity. It's a fucking gross violation of your basic human rights. And by the time the next generation comes out, you know, they're gonna grow up with this shit. It's gonna be normal. You know, we live in a digital age, and it's just, this shit is like becoming more normal. I mean, I almost get kind of a so what reaction from people when I talk about this kind of thing, and it's bad enough as it is now. In a couple years, something needs to be fucking done. Like, TIs, you need to pull your fucking heads out of your asses, reach out to other people, and start trusting people a little more. I mean, yeah, these gang stalkers, they're gonna try and act like they're a TI, but I mean, what are they gonna fucking come kill you, like, straight off? Like, as soon as you realize that they're a perp, just cut their fucking asses off. Like, you gotta start reaching out to other TIs and getting together and forming bonds, because we can't do this by ourselves. Like I said, I might be going to jail tomorrow. It's December 11th, Sunday. Might be going to jail for a couple months. I just want to let some of you guys know that I haven't checked my email. Some of you guys have been asking to try and get in touch with me. I haven't forgot about you. I plan on making these videos on a regular basis. I just wanted to let you know that if I stop, it's because I've gone to jail. But I will be back. And one thing I haven't talked about is I thought it was going to bite me in the ass, but I want to tell you guys a little story. Was that back in October, it was September 30th, I think it was, I was hanging out with my buddy, excuse me, at the last place I was living in. I was hanging out with this kid on a Friday night, and we go to the gas station, and we both go in, and he decides to put a little money down on some gas. I'm like, oh, you want to buy me some gas? Okay, cool. And he goes out to pump the gas, and I'm in the store for about another 5-6 minutes or whatever, trying to decide what the hell I want. And so I come back out, get in the car and leave, and then we're driving along. Within like 2 minutes, I'm like, dude, I smell gas, bro. What is that? And he fucking, the whole time he's got this shit-eating grin, like the cat that ate the parakeet, on his face. You know, he pulls out from his vest. You know, he was like a punk rocker. He had like the light red golden mohawk. This kid looked like a little Viking. He had like the steel-toe boots and the jean vest on. When he pulls out this glass bottle, it was an apple cider vinegar bottle that I had in my car. He emptied it out and filled it up with gasoline. It was a Molotov cocktail. Okay, it's a Molotov cocktail, and I just look at it. I look at him. I'm like, dude, you need to get rid of that fucking thing. I don't know what you're thinking. So he's like, okay. He lights it and he throws it out the fucking window. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude? So this thing goes off, and there's nobody behind us, nobody behind me, nobody in front. So the thing goes off, and somebody comes around the corner, and I see a pair of headlights. So I fucking gun it, right? And I gun it, and within 15, I hit the corner and make a right. And within 15-20 seconds, I see red and blue up in the rear view. I mean, there's a cop on us like that, you know, which tells you something. But so I pull right over, and the cop was like, "Who who lives on that street? Why did you do that? Blah, 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 you know? So I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know anybody who lives on that street. This was all his idea, man. Like, so I turned the car off and put the key on the top of the car, and, long story short, this kid starts crying like, we're going to jail. Are we going to jail? I'm like, yeah, dude, we're fucking probably going to jail for a long time, dude. That's a serious offense, man. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking. Doing some terrorist shit like that, dude. So, the long story short is they don't take me to jail. They let me go. They take him to jail. And I'm sitting on the curb for about 45 minutes before they let me go. So I get in my car, I'm like, thank you, I'm fucking out of here. I get kicked out the next day. I go home, go to bed, wake up, and I get kicked out at like noon the next day. Manager just said, we don't tolerate that, we don't associate ourselves with that kind of criminal behavior. So I'm like, dude, that's not me, I don't, whatever, I'm out of here. So I found a new place. It was this place that I'm in right now, and within, for the time this kid got arrested, there was like a 10-day period. He calls me up. I'm laying in bed one night. He's like, can you come pick me up from the jail? Take me to the airport. I said, yeah. So then as I'm on my way over there, he calls me up. He says, hey, I'm at a hotel. Can you just bring me a pack of cigarettes? I'm not allowed to leave. I said, well, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm on my way. So I'm thinking, what I got the impression was that somebody had told him that you can't leave, you have to stay here. So I get to the hotel, and we start talking at the gazebo, like the pool area. And the whole time I've noticed there's a fucking red Explorer that followed me over there. Pulls in, I pull in, park my car, and this car pulls in real slow, and then it pulls back around again, and just real deliberate, you know, like, hey, we're watching you. So these people are not smart. These people are fucking idiots. So you don't have to tell me that you're watching me. I fucking know that you're watching me. You don't have to tell me, you don't have to tell me that you're a guy and then show me your dick, you know. Anyway, so we're talking, right? I said, well, how did you get from the jail to here? He said, oh, my lawyer has a private investigator, a friend who picked me up and brought me over here. I said, well, hold on, whoa, a private investigator? Well, who is this guy? He said, oh, don't worry, bro. He just worked a 14-hour day. You know, he's not in the parking lot listening to this conversation or anything. I'm like, well, fucking bullshit, dude. Like, as TIs, you guys know where I'm going with this. Like, private investigator? Like, no. So I realized exactly what's going on before I even pull up to this place. But then he just says it right out loud. Thinking, it was just an honest idiot fucking mistake that this kid had made, you know? He wasn't counting on me being a little bit smarter than he thought I was. And so he's trying to get me to talk about what happened this whole time. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm sorry, fucking, that was all your idea, kid. Like, I don't know what you were thinking, fucking, like, don't get mad at me for not co-signing your shit and talking about it, trying to get me to implicate myself. Don't get mad at me because I'm telling the truth. Like, so after about 20 minutes of talking, I'm like, I gotta go. So he, I fucking give him a hug, and his bail was $500,000, mind you. And so I asked him, I was like, so you're telling me your dad paid $50,000 to get you out? He said, no, dude, my dad paid fucking $500,000 to get me out, $500,000. I'm like, what? I don't even know if I believe that. So I think he was trying to cut a deal to try to get me to implicate myself or something. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for watching, guys.